All right, what's up, congratulators? Yep. It's Xavier the X-Man Garcia again, Ultimate Psychology Channel. All right, what are we going to be dealing with today? What are we going to be talking about? Mockers, right? You ever had somebody make fun of you and they just laugh in your face and you can't get over it, you can't get through it? Yeah, well, that's what this video is going to be about. All right, so check it out. You're dealing with these mockers, these heinous people, and they just seem to be making fun of you. And it's really hard to get over, hard to get through. You're trying to do something good, you're trying to do something righteous, trying to do something important, and they just laugh at you. They want to bring you down. Anytime you step up and you do something different, you do something important, you establish this principle and you become a polarizing figure. And well, every polarization has its opposite, this polar opposite. So you're going to meet your enemy, you're going to meet your opponents. And they're going to laugh in your face all the way home. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't change their minds. There's a few of them that you can educate and you can turn around and you can enlighten. But then there's some that are not going to be. And you have to learn how to cut your losses and take the high road. I was listening to a story today, just in a quick water cooler conversation. Someone told me about a story, and I haven't seen the video yet, about this student who was just acting, immature or whatever, however he does, and the teacher, couldn't handle it, couldn't take it, and the student got underneath the student got underneath the teacher's skin, and the teacher blew a fuse and popped the kid. And it's just like, you got to have a higher moral ground than that. You're the teacher, you're the educator, and you're supposed to be setting the higher standard. And you can't be letting these kids, these children, get under your skin. You're the adult, you're the mature person in the communication in the relationship. But sometimes kids, other people, they just get the best of you. Now, you could say, well, maybe that's what money's for, right? It's for, you can bop someone and then you just cover the legal fees and go on to live another day. That's not really the best option, and that's not really the classy route, and it's not what's really working up to your ability and what you're capable of. And if it is, and if you can't do any better, and that's what you end up doing, then you can also use it for a learning experience, something that you learn from and you grow from. Because we're all going to make mistakes, right? You can say an apology, you can be remorseful, and you can seek their forgiveness, not only of them, but the people that you've also affected, whether it be your school or the kid's family and whatnot. These bad situations happen, and you got to remember that these people, they're dealing with their own issues, and they have what's coming to them. So that's why you can let it go. Try to, if you can pass the buck, put that power, the responsibility in someone else's hands. Go to the authorities. And you might think, okay, well, if I walk away, then they're going to think that I'm scared and I can't handle it, and they're just going to make fun of me more. They're going to make fun of me worse, and it's just going to get worse. And that may be true, but you gotta know that you might lose the battle, but you're going to win the war eventually. God wins. Okay, good always wins. And if that's a situation where it's time for you to get a new school system, or go to a different school or different occupation, or if it's also an opportunity to shed light on this student to help that person deal with whatever they're doing, because you don't know what they're going through at home. And you might be able to help that person, and they might be a changed person and say, thank you for standing up for what was right, because when I didn't have the strength to do it. And they might be a changed man or woman because you chose to stand up and stand for something. Hey, and to answer the question on the thumbnail, are you being made a mockery of, or are they mocking you? They're trying to mock you. They can't. That's the answer to the question. They can't. You're a free spirit. Okay, they don't own you. They can't touch you. Just remember that. It's like Lady Gaga said. They can, do what you want with my body, right? Because she knows that they can't get her mind. Like Tupac said, they win when your soul dies. Okay, so don't let them win. They attack you, and you're the victim. Let it go. Let it pass right through you. Because like I said, you're a free spirit. Let them take the natural road. You got the supernatural. Okay, God's got your back. All right, and last bonus tip. Use these opportunities, these experiences for growth. They're going to come, and you want to be prepared mentally inside your head, so that way you can deal with the voices inside your head, at least the imaginary ones. Create a pretend imaginary mocker and deal with that. That way, when you meet a real opponent, a real mocker, you know how to deal with them. And also so that you can take for you into the next experience and deal with those things. You always got to be thinking ahead, 10 steps ahead, and be always in preparation mode for that. When something does come, the worst case scenario, you can handle those things successfully. And then we'll see who has the last laugh. Don't take things so seriously. People are going to get underneath your skin, and don't be so sensitive. Okay, just allow it to go through you, pass through you, and let it go. These people, like I said, they're going through their own situation, their own issues, and you have to be prepared for that battle each and every single day. The enemy's out to get you, and he wants to win. He wants to crush your soul, and you do have to stand up for what's important, because otherwise you're just going to be this gray matter that goes unimportant, and you have an uneventful, non-important life. And to have an important life, to have a meaningful, significant life, you're going to have to step up. So be prepared for the onslaught and continue to be persistent in standing up for what you believe in. And you'll eventually see it through. And if you don't make the kind of difference that you think you ought to make, it won't go in vain. And you can believe that and trust it and take it to the bank. So God bless you, and stay classy like San Diego. And until the next video, love with freedom. Thank you very much.